Starting off this hour is Daniel in Cincinnati. Hey, Daniel, how are you?
Hey, Dave, how you doing?
Better than I deserve. What's up?
Well, I just want to thank you for all that you do. Your show has already begun to change my life and my family as well, so I'm very thankful for you.
Thank you. How can I help today?
So, kind of maybe a unique situation. I've heard you speak on it in the past before, but I wanted some specific clarity, I guess. So I found your show in January of this year, and I had already kind of had baby step 1 and baby step 3 completed, but I skipped baby step 2 until I got the wisdom that I'm supposed to not have that. So I've been working on that, and I've been working on that with my wife. We've been married for about a little over a year now, and the big question for you is more of some guidance and maybe just kind of how to do this the right way, I guess. But it's kind of a family thing. So my wife has some student loan debt totaling $33,000 at the beginning of the year, and this was before we were together dating or married. But to my understanding, her and her father had an agreement, I guess, that if she were to go to a Christian private college, that he would pay for the college in full. The problem we're having now is kind of once we started having talks of marriage and stuff, her parents started to talk to us about this and kind of come to an understanding on it. But apparently her mom wasn't really in the loop on that conversation and on that idea. So now we're at the point where we're having conflicting ideals when it comes to her dad versus her mom versus, my wife and what we should do about the student loan debt.
Whose name is the student loan debt in?
So it's definitely in her name, but I think it's also in her mom's name. I think it's co-signed. I'm not certain though.
It's not a Parent Plus loan then. It is a straight up student loan.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Right.
There's multiple. There was different loans. So there was
So what is your household income?
Household income was aiming to be $70,000 this year. I make $40,000. My wife was making $30,000. She actually just lost her job about 10 days ago. She's searching. Optimistic about that she'll probably find something similar within a couple of weeks.
Sure. Okay. Good. And what other debt do you have?
So my car loan. Unfortunately, I bought a brand new car a year ago before I found you, and that's the debt we're working on paying off right away. Right now, I'm at $11,000 right now. Bought it for $18,000.
Do you have any other debt other than your car loan of $11,000 and $33,000 in student loan debt?
No other debt.
Okay, good. And how much is in your emergency fund where you skipped a step?
We have $11,000 in there right now.
Okay, pay off your car today.
Okay.
And then pay off her student loans.
Mm-hmm.
As fast as you can.
So my wife is a little uneasy about doing. I tried to get her to agree on knocking our savings down to $1,000. Like I've heard you say before, but she's a little uneasy, I guess, about that, especially with.
Well, the problem is this: you've been talking about what instead of why. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
You guys you make $70,000 a year. You can get out of this debt, but you can't if you work your plan.
Mm-hmm.
Because you've helped no one get out of debt, and we've helped millions. So,
right.
I mean, you have to decide what you're going to do here. So it's up to you guys. You can live your life. You're adults. You're allowed to do whatever you want to do. But the way we do things when someone calls on this show is with as much love as I possibly can. I want good things for you, and my 30 years of helping millions of people. What would I do if I woke up in your shoes 1 year married with $44,000 in debt and $11,000 in the bank, making $70,000 a year? Well, I would work the baby steps. And the reason they're numbered is so that you do them in order.
Yeah, I agree.
It's fairly easy stuff here. So, now, can you talk her into it? I don't know. Maybe she wants to work her plan. She can work her plan if she wants. But I think the two of you need to sit down and talk about, okay, what is our goal? If our goal is financial peace, some money in the bank, building wealth, and no debt, what is the shortest, fastest, most efficient way, least painful way to get to that goal, and most high probability of getting to that goal. It would be to take your savings down to $1,000 and pay off your car today, get on a really tight budget, and attack with a vengeance those student loans, because her parents aren't going to pay them because her mother's in charge. And her mother, is not concerned. So, enough for her husband to keep his word. Her daddy is a wimp. He's not going to keep his word. Had I given my daughter my word, we would be keeping my word at my house. But her daddy's a wimp. You're going to pay the student loans. Mommy's in charge. So just get over it and move on. You don't get to control their house, and they're not going to pay the bill. And the bill is in your wife's name, so you're going to pay the bill. That's what's going to happen. And I really wouldn't argue with them anymore. There's not any point in arguing. Just step back and love them where they are. And it's just how they run their house, and that's cool. And then you guys have to decide how you're going to run your house. What are we going to do here? Are we going to just, wander along and stay in debt? Or are we going to attack this with a vengeance and a proven plan? And that's what you've got to do. So hold on. I'm going to send you a copy of the book, The Total Money Makeover. I might suggest you just sit down with your wife and say, "Hon, why don't you read this? This is why I'm so excited." And then let's talk about it before you just reach over and pay off the car. I'm not suggesting you push your wife around emotionally. I'm saying you explain to her why this is important and why it works and why we're doing this. And, the Total Money Makeover book will help you walk through that process. Hey, thanks for the call. Open phones out here at 888-825-5225. What a sad situation. Can you imagine how that makes that daughter feel? So you parents that have teens that are getting ready to go off to college, don't make any deals around student loans. Don't take out any student loans. What? You can't go to school without a student loan? It's federal law. That's what people think, isn't it? Now, let me just tell you, you pick a school that is an in-state school, and you study a degree that is usable, and you work while you're in school, not flopping whoppers at minimum wage, but, dog sitting, babysitting, cleaning toilets, mowing grass. You can make $20 an hour doing those things. Most of us worked when we were in school. It's not child abuse. So send the little princess to work. Put her in a school you can afford, and then you don't end up breaking your promises because you're a wimp. This is the Dave Ramsey Show.